Welcome to ABC Preschool Storytime. I'm Miss Natalie from the Hardin County Public Library. This storytime will be about the letter E and elephants. We will start this storytime by singing the alphabet. Then we will sign the alphabet in American Sign Language. I will talk to you about the letter E and elephants. I will read 3 stories to you and we'll make a craft together. We're going to start by singing the alphabet.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABC. Next time, won't you sing with me?
I'm going to show you how to sign the whole alphabet in American Sign Language. You can join me if you want. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. I'm going to show you how to sign the letter E in ASL. You do it like this. Start with your open hand and curl in your top 4 fingers and then bend your thumb in. This is how you sign the letter E. Let's talk about the letter E. What words do you know that start with the letter E? Yes, those are all very good words. I know the words egg, earth, energy, English. Those start all with the letter E. Do you know names that start with the letter E? Yes, those are very good names. I know the names Elise and Evan. They start with the letter E. I'm going to read a non-fiction book to you so we can learn together about elephants.
Ranger Rick, I Wish I Was an Elephant by Jennifer Bovee. What if you wished you were an elephant? Then you became one. Could you eat like an elephant? Talk like an elephant? Live in an elephant family? And would you want to? Find out. Where would you live? Many elephants live in Africa, on grassy plains called savannas. The sun shines for months at a time. It's a hot and dry place. Elephants move around the savanna. They often walk for many miles to find water and food. Would you like to live someplace where it is almost always hot? What would your family be like? An elephant family is called a herd. It usually has around 20 members. The leader of the herd is a wise and strong mother elephant. Most of the other herd members are female elephants called cows. Young elephants live in the herd too. They are called calves. Adult male elephants, called bulls, live apart from the herd. A mother elephant has one calf around every 5 years. The whole elephant herd is excited when a calf is born. They gather around the calf to meet the new family member. They use their trunks like hands to gently touch and pet the baby. As an elephant calf grows bigger, the other elephants in the herd help take care of the calf. Sisters and aunts love to babysit. Babysitters play with the calf and protect it from danger while mom is busy finding food. How would you learn to be an elephant? Elephant calves learn from the herd. Older elephants show calves how to greet others by touching trunks and how to stick together when danger is near. Calves learn that helping others and working together are important parts of herd life. Playing games is another way that elephant calves learn to get along with others. They race, play tag, and wrestle with friends. When they play, calves use their trunks a lot. They pick up sticks and roll rocks. What games do you play with your friends? Wow, those are very nice games. How would you talk? Elephants make many sounds. They can trumpet loudly to say, "I'm excited." Adults roar to say, "Stay away." Elephants also talk by rumbling. Rumbling is a low drumming sound made in an elephant's throat. Rumbles are hard for humans to hear, but elephants can hear rumbles from several miles away. What would you eat? Elephants eat leaves, grasses, and roots. They like fruits and twigs too. Elephants find food by using their keen sense of smell. They grasp food with their trunks and put it in their mouths. Elephants need a lot of food, so they eat many times a day. What does your favorite food smell like? That smells good. I like French fries and chicken. How would you wash up? Elephants shower with their trunks. They suck water in their trunks and spray themselves. They also spray one another for fun. After washing, elephants roll in mud. It sounds dirty, but the mud dries on their skin and protects them from bugs that bite. Would you like to roll in the mud after a bath? No, that does seem silly for humans, doesn't it? How would growing up change you? Baby elephants get bigger every day. They grow long teeth called tusks. Elephants use them for digging roots and fighting predators like lions. When they are about 13 years old, male elephants leave the herd and females stay with the herd for life. Elephants can live up to 60 years. That's a long time to grow and learn. They are very intelligent and have good memories. Elephants can remember how to get to waterholes hundreds of miles away. Elephants remember friends they met a long time ago and trumpet happily when they meet again. Being an elephant could be cool for a while, but do you want to live in a hot, dry place? Talk with rumbles? Pick up things with your nose? Luckily, you don't have to, because you're not an elephant, you're you. Did you know that the African elephant is the world's largest land animal? Asian elephants are a little smaller than African elephants. They live in India, southern China, Indonesia, and a few other countries throughout Asia. Elephants are good swimmers. In zoos, elephants have learned to paint pictures and solve puzzles. Little Elephant's Trunk by Hazel Lincoln. All over the land, there was great excitement. It was springtime, and springtime meant babies, babies everywhere. The chimpanzee's baby clung tightly to its mother. The tortoise's baby struggled out of its shell. The giraffe's baby nuzzled its mother's face. The hippo's baby took straight to the water. The zebra's baby hid in the long grass. And the springbok's baby ran and ran. The elephants had a new baby too. The whole family rumbled with pleasure as they gazed lovingly upon Little Elephant. Little Elephant took his first wobbly steps and fell. Something long and gray was tripping him up. He struggled to his feet, and it happened again. But now his mother was calling. The herd was going to the river. Little Elephant hurried alongside his mother, stumbling as he tried to keep up. He slipped down the riverbank and fell with a loud splash into the water. He looked down. A face looked back at him, and something odd dangled from the middle of the face. The strange thing was a trunk. And then he realized he was looking at himself, at his own reflection. In what thing do humans look at their own reflection? Yes, a mirror. Very good. What was the strange dangling thing for? Little Elephant didn't know, but he did know that he was thirsty. The zebra was drinking the water, but Little Elephant couldn't do that. His trunk got in the way. He looked at the big elephants. They dipped their trunks into the water, put them into their mouths, and drank. Little Elephant dipped his trunk into the water, put it into his mouth, and sucked carefully. The cool water was so good. Now the sun was burning down. The tortoise was shaded by a shell, but Little Elephant didn't have a shell. He looked at the big elephants. They were using their trunks to spray water over their backs. This looked like fun. Little Elephant trumpeted with delight as he joined the elephant shower. But now the herd was moving to their feeding ground on the far side of the river. Little Elephant followed his mother, but the water was very deep, and it kept getting into his trunk. In panic, he scrambled back to the bank. The chimps swung across the river on vines, but Little Elephant didn't have any hands. He looked at the big elephants. They all had their trunks sticking up out of the water. They were breathing by snorkeling. Little Elephant crashed into the water, thrust his trunk toward the sky, and paddled happily to the other side. When he came out of the river, he sank into thick, deep mud. The mud felt good in the hot sun, and he longed to cover his body with it. The hippos, with their short legs, wallowed in the mud. but little elephant's legs were too long. He looked at the big elephants. They picked up large dollops of mud with their trunks and threw them over their backs. Little elephant tried it. He splattered the cool mud over himself. It felt wonderful. The herd was on the move again, pushing their way through the long grass. The grass was so high that little elephant couldn't see where he was going. He was afraid that he would lose his mother. The springboks leaped over the grass with their graceful legs as they followed their mothers. But little elephant's legs were thick and heavy. They were not made for jumping. He looked at the big elephants. They walked in a long line with grandmother in the lead. Using its trunk, each elephant held the tail of the one in front. Quickly, little elephant lifted his trunk and grasped his mother's tail. Now he felt safe. At last the elephants reached the feeding ground. Little elephant spotted some juicy-looking leaves, but they were just out of reach. The giraffes with their long necks nibbled delicately at the leaves, but little elephant's neck was very short. He looked at the big elephants. They curled their trunks around the leaves, tore them off, and put them in their mouths. After a little practice, he could reach the lowest leaves with ease. Delicious! The sun had started to dip below the horizon. It had been a long day for little elephant. He was very tired. He snuggled up close to his mother and felt something gently stroking him. It was her trunk. He curled his trunk around his mother's. What a very useful thing a trunk is after all, thought little elephant. A Parade of Elephants by Kevin Henkes. Look, elephants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 elephants marching. A parade of elephants. Big and round they are. Big and round they go. Up and down. Up and down. They go over and they go under. Can you show me going over something? And can you show me going under something? Very good. They go in and they come out. They march and they march and they march. They march all day. And when the day is done, they are done too. They yawn and they stretch. They stretch and they yawn. But before they sleep, they lift their trunks and they trumpet, scattering stars across the sky. Good night. This is Our Baby, Born Today, by Varsha Bajai and illustrated by Eliza Wheeler. This is the baby, wrinkled and gray. This is the baby born today. This is the mama, loving and proud, who birthed the baby born today. These are the aunts, caring and grand, who circled the baby born today. This is the earth, fertile and firm, that supports the baby born today. These are the sisters, sweet and eager, who cuddle the baby born today. This is the herd, united and strong, who trumpet the baby born today. What do we call these things that they stick up in the air? Yes, that's right, trunks. We call these trunks. This is the lagoon, calm and waiting to bathe the baby born today. These are the cousins, bright and ready, who muddy the baby born today. This is the banyan, ancient and pure, that shades the baby born today. These are the neighbors, swinging and loud, who call to the baby born today. These are the friends, gorgeous and true, who dance for the baby born today. These are the stars, sparkling and far, that bless the baby born today. This is the moon, glowing and full, that smiles on the baby born today. Can you see the snake in the dark forest? Is this a snake? No. Tell me stop when you see the snake. Yes, this is a snake. Good job. This is the baby, wrinkled and gray, who warms the hearts of the world today. The end. Are you ready to do a craft? For our craft, we're going to make a ripped paper collage. We're going to make it in the form of an elephant. You're going to need some newspaper. You're going to need a paper with your elephant on both sides, and make sure that when you hold it against the light, that you see that the elephant is in mirror image. For parents who are printing it themselves, you have to make sure that you print on both sides and do flip on the short edge, or else it will look like this, and that's not what we want. You're going to need school glue, and for I did it here in blue, but now I'm going to make it in white for our toes and our tusks. I'm going to use some magazine that has white spaces. And I'm going to use a brush for my glue. I'm going to start by tearing my papers. And you're going to fill up your elephant. You don't have to stay in between the lines. That's why we have the elephant on the other side. Once we covered this side, when it's dry, we're going to flip it and cut out our elephant on this side. cover your papers with glue and stick it on there. You can tear them first and glue later, or do it. Tear one, glue it, put glue on, and stick it on. It's however you prefer. I'm going to switch this to the other side. I'm not going to cover the toes, so I still see where I have to put the white pieces of magazine. When you covered everything that's supposed to be gray, you're going to start with the white. When you did the tusks, we're going to need to do the nails. And now we're going to let it dry. When it's dry, you're going to cut it out, but flip it before you start cutting. And when you're done, it should look like this.
Thank you for watching this story time. Today, we sang the alphabet, we signed the alphabet, and we learned how to sign the letter E. We talked about elephants. I read 3 stories to you, and we made a craft together. Next week, we're going to talk about the letter F and flowers. See you next week.